Welcome back to Movie Moshow. Today we are going to review the science fiction romantic drama film, Equals. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. In a dystopian society of the future, the collective, the governing body that supervises and regulates the behavior of the populace, is known as the collective. Citizens are known as members and live under its authority. All emotions, sicknesses, and sexual activity have been erased, and citizens are mentally stabilized. Conception occurs through artificial insemination using a summons, and emotions and sexual behavior are against society's standards. A person named Silas works for Atmos as an illustrator. One night on his way home, he notices two people being held by the police and is reminded of the alleged switched-on syndrome, SOS, outbreak, a multi-stage disease that revives human emotions. The collective's institution, the Terrible Defective Emotional Neuropathy Facility, the DEN, where no one ever goes, is where those who do not commit suicide advance to stage 4 and are held. A suicidal employee jumps to his death the following day at work, and the indifferent employees stoically assess the situation. Only Silas in the group notices Nia, a coworker, displaying an emotional response. He notices Nia's expression displaying emotion once more during a team meeting. The next day, while attending a conference at Atmos, Silas becomes sidetracked, sleeps more frequently, and has his first nightmare. He visits the doctor, where a Stage 2 SOS official named Jonas befriends him. After receiving a Stage 1 diagnosis and a prescription, Silas is treated. However, he gets worse as his drawings get more sentimental and as his interest in Nia increases. He consoles Nia one day as he follows her into the restroom. She admits that she has been hiding her SOS for more than a year in order to avoid being found out and shunned. He kisses her in the bathroom on a different occasion, but the corporate manager Leonard can be heard and he starts talking to him. Leonard admits that he has been keeping an eye on Silas after spotting Nia's workstation turned on. Silas makes the decision to work in the gardening department separately from Nia. The following day, Leonard introduces Nia to Silas's replacement, Dominic. During the lunch break, she has a mild anxiety attack while speaking with Dominic. While picking up their medications at night, Jonas asks Silas for a walk and reveals that he is a member of a covert support group. He then extends an offer of assistance. He makes the decision to go, where he meets fellow members Bess, Peter, Thomas, Gil, Max, and Alice, and discovers that the DEN's patients commit suicide 50% of the time, typically after being encouraged to do so. After having sex and agreeing to stay longer, Nia then shows up at his apartment. The Ashby treatment for SOS is then revealed and developed. To the baffled approval of the group, who forewarn them they can never return if successful, the two decide to travel to the peninsula, a remote, undeveloped area of land, since they are afraid. Jonas instructs Silas to request a flight to the peninsula from pilot Oliver. The nearest town to the border, Wellington, is where Silas and Nia decide to travel on Saturday. Nia, on the other hand, receives a summons for a conception appointment and travels to the clinic, where she learns she is pregnant and is then escorted to the DEN. Amidst his near panic, Silas visits Jonas about the circumstance, who advises him to maintain his composure and return home. Silas returns home depressed and is dejected. Nia is introduced to a deceased Stage 3 SOS patient, Eva, by Gilead and Jonas when Bess learns about Nia's stage and observes that she is in that stage. Then they assist her in staging her demise by implanting Eva's identity switch with Nia's, making Eva appear to be living while Nia is actually deceased. She is successful and leaves the DEN, but Silas is not at his apartment when she arrives. Silas learns that Max deceived Bess, Jonas, and Gilead and that they were given the cure. He visits the DEN where he learns that Nia has passed away. He then considers committing suicide on a rooftop but instead receives the treatment. When he gets back to his flat, Nia is still there, and his efforts to treat SOS were in vain. Only approximately 5 hours remain until Silas' therapy fully kicks in and numbs his feelings. The following morning, a cold-blooded Silas remembers her, remembers how much he once loved her and their escape strategy, but just remembers it. They nevertheless started executing their strategy the following morning. They board the Wellington train and travel to the peninsula's unknowns with Nia sad and sitting far apart. After some time has passed, Silas decides to sit next to Nia. Remembering their past interactions, he moves to hold her hand, to which she answers by firmly joining their hands. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.